The set piece specialist. As a goalkeeper, this is the last guy you want to see standing over a dead ball. He scores free kicks like they're penalties and has the ability to cause absolute mayhem during a corner. The keeper knows what's coming, but he still can't stop it. Having this guy on your team will give you a handful of extra goals each season, and as a result, extra points as well. The mercenary, also known as the gold digger. This is a player who offers his services for the sole purpose of payment, and in doing so has no interest, empathy, or concern for any repercussions. The mercenary is a hard player for fans to root for, because win, lose, or draw, they're getting paid, meaning there's no incentive for them to give 110%. Their loyalty is to the highest bidder, even if it means joining a local rival or giving up a promising career in Europe for a move to China or Saudi Arabia. The Swiss Army knife, also called the utility man. This is every manager's favourite player. This man is competent at playing in the back line, the midfield, and further forward, and allows for flexible on-field tactical adjustments. Not only can they play almost any position on the pitch, they can excel in these positions as well, making them extremely valuable to their team. Even if they're not in the starting lineup, their versatility makes them a great substitute. The fox in the box, also known as the poacher, or in some cases, the tap-in merchant. This guy lives and breathes inside the penalty box. More often than not, this guy is fully specialized in a few key areas: positioning, first touch, and finishing. And that's all you really need to succeed, even at the highest level. This guy usually sits right on the shoulder of the last defender, constantly teasing the linesman, hoping just to get a toe on the end of a pass to send it goalward. The goals he scores might not be the most impressive, but you can't deny his incredible goal-scoring instincts. The super sub. This player, like the name suggests, often starts the game on the sideline, but unlike most substitutes, because of the impact he has off the bench, he is seen as just as important as any of the starters. When this player is warming up, the energy of the crowd starts to lift. Often responsible for a last-minute winner, the super sub often earns cult hero status at his club, despite his limited minutes. So why wouldn't he earn the starting spot? Because when he does get a run as a starter, he's simply just not as effective. The national treasure. This guy is by far and away his country's best player, and when an international tournament rolls around, the nation's hopes lie with him. And usually, the bigger the gap between the quality of the national team and the quality of this individual, the more he is revered. The psycho. When this guy steps on the field, he becomes a totally different person. He would two-foot his own grandmother if she was on the other team. Because this guy is so unpredictable, he doesn't just scare the opponents, he scares his own teammates as well. A red card magnet. Every referee is on a first-name basis with him. And then when he finally steps off the field, he somehow reverts back to a well-adjusted human being, just like flicking a switch. The flop. Sometimes pressure creates diamonds, and sometimes it creates the flop. This is the wonder kid who crashed during takeoff thanks to the unrealistic hype and expectations put on him. And this is also the established professional who gets crushed under the weight of an outrageous price tag. These are the guys who fill up the football career graveyard. Sometimes it's one wrong move and they fade into obscurity, but sometimes they turn the corner and actually escape the flop label. The target man. A classic football archetype, the target man is a tall striker whose job is to hold up the ball and get his head on the end of crosses. For teams that play long ball football, the target man is the lifeblood of the team. You win possession, you boot the ball long, and the big man either holds it up or wins a flick on to a teammate. Sometimes a wide target man is used in a 3-forward system, where the matchup with a usually much shorter fullback can be abused. The big fish in a small pond. It's the age-old question, would you prefer to be the best player on a bad team or the worst player on a good team? This guy chose the former. Whether he is repaying the faith the club had in him, playing for his hometown team, or playing for a team that gives him freedom on the pitch that a big club couldn't afford, you have to respect it. Football's much more exciting with these guys around. The handle with care guy. This guy's career is a massive what if. What if he wasn't made of glass? Being a professional athlete that's injury prone is a cruel fate. You have the ability and the mentality, so the most difficult part is checked off, and then your body lets you down. From potential greatest evers to potential Ballon d'Or winners, the handle with care guy is a sad one. The captain. When times are tough, this is the guy you turn to. He epitomizes what his club is about and what it means to be a leader. He is responsible for organizing his team and leading by example. Not every guy who wears the armband is really the captain. You have to earn it in the eyes of your teammates and in the eyes of the fans. Fighting for the badge isn't an option. It's an expectation for these guys, because when the 90 minutes are up, they're the one who gets to lift the trophy. The one-trick pony. Everyone knows this guy's move, but you can't stop or avoid it. This player can be bang average or world class, but he still relies on one particular move, technique, or skill more than any other. And you know what they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The diver. This guy has set football back tremendously in the eyes of other sports fans, as football is looked at as increasingly more soft. The diver will go down at the slightest touch, sometimes without even being touched at all, in an attempt to win a foul. The worst part? It usually works. The ticking time bomb. 95% of the time, this guy is a solid starter. But beware, 5% of the time, he is committing a calamitous error that will cost you the game. No matter how much they grow and improve as a player, there's always a risk that, at any moment, they could... Thanks for watching.